Gervonta Davis appears to have vacated his WBA super featherweight world title, and he has now been listed as the #1 contender at lightweight by the WBA. This has led people to speculate that Gervonta Davis may finally be ready to take on Vasyl Lomachenko, who obviously holds several belts at lightweight. Now, I hope that's the case, because Davis's promoter, Mayweather Promotions, have been keeping Davis very far away from Vasyl Lomachenko as possible for the past few years. Now, I'm not saying Davis himself is necessarily afraid of Lomachenko, but his people were certainly afraid of putting their man Davis in against Lomachenko for several years. And it was one of the most blatant cases of ducking that you'll ever see in boxing, is the whole, Davis-Lomachenko situation. Because as soon as he became world champion, we ain't fighting Lomachenko. That's how Mayweather was carrying on. Is he ready now? Would he be willing to do it now? I hope so. But I have my doubts. I hope I'm wrong, but I have my doubts. And the reason I say I have my doubts is because I don't know if Gervonta Davis is an Al Haymon fighter, if he's advised by Al Haymon. Maybe some of you guys can fill me in on that if he is or isn't. But even if he isn't, Mayweather and Ellaby have certainly learned a lot from Al Haymon. Okay? And Haymon, as we know, when it comes to his cash cow fighters, he doesn't like them going and fighting on other networks. He doesn't like his cash cow fighters, or potential cash cow fighters, going and fighting on a rival promoter's show. He doesn't like doing that. And with Gervonta Davis, Lomachenko's obviously on a different network, and he's with a rival promoter in Bob Arum. And even at his current weight class, or perhaps his former weight class now, of super featherweight, he had multiple offers from DAZN and Eddie Hearn to fight Tevin Farmer, all of which were turned down. And Mayweather Promotions have insisted that if Gervonta Davis is going to fight Farmer, it has to be on their network of choosing. It's not going to be on DAZN. But the problem is, they can't pay either of the fighters anywhere near as much as DAZN are offering for the fight. So it makes no financial sense to have the fight on the Mayweather network of choosing, whether it's going to be Showtime or whatever. That makes no sense. If DAZN are offering significantly more, why would you want both fighters to take way less and fight on Showtime or Fox or whatever it is? Makes no sense. So again, that is a typical Al Haymon type of standoff. Again, I don't know if Davis is with Haymon. Maybe it's just Floyd and Ellaby have learned from him. But very frustrating to see things like that. And most people believe that Tank Davis would beat Farmer anyway. So it's not necessarily about Tank Davis being scared of Farmer or, whatever the case may be. It's more a case of him being so thoroughly controlled by his handlers, Mayweather and Ellaby, etc., that they will keep him away from the biggest paydays out there available to him to preserve their own interests as a promotional outfit. And that really is doing him as a disservice as a fighter. And we know that Gervonta Davis was openly unhappy with Mayweather for a long time, but they appeared to have kind of mended their relationship. I don't know if he's been given some gifts behind the scenes to kind of build back the bridges again, a peace offering or whatever. But he appears to be on better terms with Mayweather these days. But certainly it wasn't so long ago that he was openly unhappy and posted a lot of stuff on Twitter. And Eddie Hearn was making him all kinds of different offers for fights, which, as I say, Mayweather Promotions were turning down. So, yeah, it's a interesting situation. I think that Gervonta Davis is a very talented fighter. He may have seen things now, perhaps from the Luke Campbell fight, which he thinks he can exploit against Vasyl Lomachenko. Although, even though he's a southpaw like Luke Campbell, Campbell's much taller than Gervonta Davis, got much longer arms. And and he's just a different fighter. You know, it's a different kind of style. Davis more explosive. We don't know if Davis hits harder than Luke Campbell at lightweight because we haven't seen Davis at lightweight yet. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Gervonta Davis is a little more confident now, and maybe his own people are a little more confident now of putting him in with Vasyl Lomachenko. But again, with them, it's not just about whether they think their fighter can beat the other guy. It's about what network it's on and whether that's a benefit to them as a promotional outfit or a benefit to their rivals. You see it? If you had Gervonta Davis fight Tevin Farmer on DAZN, that benefits DAZN. It benefits Eddie Hearn. If you have Gervonta Davis fighting Vasyl Lomachenko on ESPN, it benefits Bob Arum and ESPN. At least in the short term, you know. The winner of the fight would obviously benefit more in the long run, potentially. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section below. Is Gervonta Davis's career being terribly mismanaged? Will we ever see him in there with a Vasyl Lomachenko while Lomachenko is still near the top of his game? I mean, some people are saying that Lomachenko is actually a little bit on the slide now. I think it's too early to say at the moment, to be honest with you, because he's moving up and he's facing bigger guys at lightweight. So, you know, it's going to get more difficult the bigger the guys get, the more advantages they have over you in terms of natural body mass, height and reach. You know, your punches are not going to hurt the bigger guys as much as they were hurting the smaller guys. So I think it's a bit premature to be saying that Lomachenko's on the slide because he's meeting more resistance now, because he's fighting much bigger men. You know, what do you think was going to happen? He's going to move up to lightweight and deal with those guys as easy as he was dealing with featherweights? No, man, it's not going to be that easy. It's going to be a lot more difficult. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.